sorry. Everything is messed up. All my windows. Ugh. And I don't have the chat up. Alright, and all my windows that no one's ever supposed to see are on the main screen. Let's see. Is this still, am I still live? Can people hear me? Okay. Okay, it died and then came back? Okay, but it looks like my internet is back at least, so I think, okay, thank you, Joe. Um, Sorry, one sec. Lily, can you please just leave this area alone? Like, please, this is not urgent. Okay. Sorry about that. There was a momentary loss of power from one outlet due to human intervention. Okay. So Tyler said he was going to be right back. I need to add him on Skype. Um, okay, so while that's happening, let me see. Review game. Oh, okay. So he just got back. Um, Hello, hi. Um, okay. So let's just hope. I haven't tested this, so let's just hope the audio works perfectly the first time. I'm sure it will. So I will call. Oops, I might need to mix this. Hello, Tyler? Let's see. Might need to lower the volume a little bit. We'll see. So the call connected. I'm hoping that Tyler can hear me. I cannot hear him though. Oh,
Are you there?
there it is. Okay. Hello.
Oh, hey, how's it going?
Great. Ah. And I think I just have a good feeling that the audio is working. Do you have a good feeling too? On the stream, I mean?
Hear me though, right?
Yes, I can hear you.
Making sure.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks for the game.
Okay. Oh, it's my pleasure. Okay. Before we go through the whole thing, were there any areas in particular you wanted to look at?
Um, I don't know. Not, I'm not really sure. Do you want to just start going through it?
Yeah,
That
sure.
comes to mind. Out of the opening, I kind of felt a little bit like I was falling behind.
Uh-huh. So this was my favorite moment of the game because this was I think if I were white I would have played here,
Okay.
but this whole idea of using all these forcing moves to
Uh-huh.
then attack the five blackstones
Right.
over here, I thought that was excellent and like probably your only chance to get back in it.
Yeah, that's.
Um,
At this point, yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, I've got like nothing compared to what you have,
uh-huh.
and I thought maybe something will come out of that. And because both groups kind of like weren't totally, I wasn't like expecting to kill the left hand side, but
Uh-huh. But you could, right? It doesn't have two eyes, right?
like it would be pretty. Well, my idea was I'm gonna just start attacking those stones and see what happens to the left side.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
So
because I was not really that comfortable, especially um, let's see. Oh, before here, I thought if you just capture, then I need to. I'm not sure, but I thought I could still be in trouble over here on the left because it's not that clear.
right, right,
Um,
yeah.
okay. Anyway, let's go back to the beginning. How about that? So Danny Blitz was watching, and there's one particular spot that wanted to go over. So at that point, I will
Oh, he had
go there.
specific. Okay.
Yeah. So when I see um, this approach, the high approach,
Yeah.
normally I see white play the other corner after these exchanges.
Yeah, I was considering that. I just wanted to stop you from playing any kind of orthodox thing or like making.
Uh huh.
I just didn't want you to make an enclosure down there.
Uh huh.
But I
Yeah.
considered this, but I wasn't sure if that was gonna be good. So I kind of decided to finish up.
Yeah. So that's exactly why white plays this way. Um,
Right.
the
I even considered after this, like after I made this solid connection, taking the corner and just planning on like running with that group once you if you like after you pincered me.
mm,
Uh, I don't know if that's any good, but it
I
seemed
yeah, I would say probably not, because you generally don't want to voluntarily create a weak group for yourself in the beginning. You don't want to be running away from move 10, right?
sure. So just keep it like a little bit lighter on that side if I'm gonna approach that way.
Yeah, so normally white will keep the two stones a little bit lighter, because then
Okay.
if black cuts, like whatever, play somewhere else. If black cuts, whatever, play somewhere else. And
Okay.
black is spending a lot of moves in one corner.
All right. Sounds good.
But in the game, I think black is in general a little bit better in the opening, because black
Okay.
got three corners.
Right.
Um, it's not the end of the world, but like the normal or like classical thinking is that black would be a little bit better with three corners.
Okay.
Um,
And I wasn't sure about how to handle this because I mean, I knew you were gonna get like kind of. I mean, is like playing on the bottom once you approach that corner at all like a good idea?
yeah, so if I were you, so you probably play pincer because you don't want black to get the really nice shape on the left side.
Yeah, and it seems like you have enough on the right side, like a lot on the right side too. So I wanted to break it up
Mm.
and maybe like hope for something later on in like the top upper right or something. But that's like a pretty big deal from the for the lower side, I guess.
Yeah, so I would think black shape on the left side is pretty good, but there's still definite invasion points that you can look at. So
Yeah,
it's
sure.
it's definitely not solid territory. And you get Sente to play the next big move in the upper right.
Right.
Um, this one, I think it's okay, but it does kind of make the K3 stone a little awkward now,
Right.
because your bottom left potential is reduced a lot with F3.
Okay.
But but yeah, then this one's fine.
It's okay. I mean, I think later on, once you started messing around with that, like the stone at C6, this turned into kind of a disaster on the left.
Yeah, yeah. So I played 017 as testing, and I was really, really happy when you played C18, because I think black should definitely play this
Right.
like immediately, because the upper left is, I mean, that's 12 points in the corner, or not 12, I don't know.
It's
So
big.
yeah, it's big in the corner, and then after you played C18, then my two stones are floating in the upper
Right.
left. Um, so that was excellent. And then this all was good. But then the first, I think C7 was kind of your first big misstep. Um,
Okay.
so usually, sometimes white will play here.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes white plays this. What's the normal way? Like this.
Oh, yeah, okay.
You could do something like this.
Right.
Because you always have this push sort of in Sente.
Right.
So there's not really a cut at F5. Um,
Got it.
so that's one way to go. Or
Yeah, I was trying to think of what you were gonna do. I was like, I was kind of, well, yeah, I mean, I was just kind of like trying to get out of it, I guess.
mhm.
I was thinking maybe I could like, if there was a possibility of like forcing that stone back around, I guess it's not gonna. Well, you didn't play the way that I like one of the variations I read out.
Yeah. So another way, let's see. What else could there be? This one. You could also play this one,
Okay.
and then you give up the one stone, but connect underneath.
Oh, sure.
That looks pretty
That's
good,
not
right?
bad. Yeah. Yeah. I guess I was hoping to. I was thinking you might connect. No, actually, I forget what I was thinking. I think I was trying to. Well, whatever. Yeah, yeah, this looks okay.
Yeah, because I think you can cut, right? Because
Right.
those are in Atari, so yeah,
Okay.
black can't really cut, so I think it's like white's territory on the left got reduced a little bit, but not a big deal.
Right.
And yeah.
Sure. So, and is it worth spending a move like right after? I mean, right after you took the corner, is it worth? I took the extension toward your upper left group, but is that? I mean, should I have spent a move to do something with that stone, like instead of this move, for example?
Oh, instead of C12?
Yeah, I mean, it didn't really seem it seemed kind of, it seems like it's like a lot safer, to put a move at like D6 or something like that.
Oh,
Is that too safe?
I think so, because black really likes C11, right? Because
I mean, yeah, that looks great.
it's an extension from the upper left, and it sort of threatens the territory for white. Yeah,
Right.
I
So
mean,
you just gotta like kind of know that you're gonna have to bite that later on.
yeah, it's like um, you're at the point probably at 2Q where the sequence up to here in the bottom left, by heart. You played it a million times.
Sure.
But the follow-up sequences after black plays this, you like maybe a little bit fuzzier. You don't know them quite as well. So
Oh
that's
yeah.
that's maybe the next. There's that one, this one. There's if black does this, there's a couple ways for after the Joseki that it usually goes. Um,
Right.
and so those maybe that'd be a good
Place to start studying.
yeah, yeah,
Sounds
to go
good.
to the next level. um, because definitely I think C12 is excellent. That's what I would have played.
Yeah, I mean, I
Um,
figured it had more of like you know, a bigger impact. I mean, I'm more of a global scope.
yeah, because this area it's an extension for both black and white, and it
Yeah.
threatens um, the base for black too. So after you got C18, yeah, you're in really great shape in the upper left area. But then this happened. So now it's tough now for white.
I know. I'm just trying to um, get away from there.
Uh-huh. Yeah, and I think, it'd be great if you could play a move here and start going out, but I think it's going to be, if black gets G4 on the bottom, it's going to be
Yeah. Yeah, I started looking at this and I was like, yeah, I don't really want this to happen.
yeah. So, let's keep going. Oh, I mentioned that I would go over what like a couple variations if black goes down to T17.
Sure.
Um, do you know the general idea?
I mean, for white?
Yeah, for how
Well,
white.
I mean, there's some like leftover Aji up at like Q18 and O18 area,
Yeah.
like
Okay.
I guess.
Yeah. That
In,
that.
in case I get the approach move, I'd like M17 or something like that, I guess.
Yeah. Or you might not even have to wait for that. You could always try something crazy like this,
Right.
and black has to be really careful
Right.
with how to respond. It's like I mean, if you get to all these moves, then ugh.
Right. Yeah, it's like just a kind of a pain to deal with later on.
Yeah, it's like a super picnic type situation for white. White
Yeah.
just there's so much that white can do.
Right.
Um, okay.
Anyways, is this? I see people leap a little bit farther than that, like one space more, but it seems like black can do some kind of nasty stuff. I mean, I don't know if it's a big deal or anything like that, but um, I
Uh,
feel like I mostly see this shape from this kind of a position.
I'd say it probably depends. I don't know the specifics, but I think it probably depends on what's in the lower right corner.
Okay.
Um, if it's your stone, like sometimes white will play this one too.
Okay.
I think white will play this one if white has a stone in the bottom right, because then
Right.
white doesn't really mind so much. If black, if we,
Approach some pincers.
let's see how quickly I can do this. Oh, So, oops. So if it's like this, mm, maybe if white had one more stone, then white would try the fourth line move.
But I guess the
Um,
idea is that if, black, it'll be easy to counterattack black if he jumps in, and you can just run out to the center with that group.
yeah, like in the actual game, if you had gone one space farther, I think it's pretty easy for black to immediately play this.
Right. Yeah,
Um,
that looked like not so fun, so.
yeah, yeah. So I think this is fine. I don't know.
All right, sounds good.
Yeah. So we have more fun. This.
Yeah, so at this point for like what should White's strategy be? Because I was at this point going, well, like, the only potential I really have in a big way is like to maybe build up something in the center.
Mm-hmm.
Um, is there another way like that? I mean, that occurs to you that like White might try playing? Because you have solid stuff all on the bottom left and right corners.
Yeah, those are solid. I think I didn't really consider that F7 and G6 actually help you save these two stones in like a really big way. Um, I didn't think about
F7.
that. Yeah,
Well,
you've
I
got.
mean, how do you mean?
Okay, so if we go a little bit farther. So before these exchanges were on the board,
Hmm. Oh, you could just
I can just link and then cut.
no problem.
Yeah, and I think black. Oops. Black can like throw in one Atari and then go out. I think black is fine in
Okay.
this case. Um, but in the actual game with these exchanges, I couldn't do it because
Yeah, I saw this. It
I mean
seemed
even
fortunate.
I felt like white was gonna win this. Um,
Right. It's a lot more scary.
uh-huh. So that's why I felt like I had to do this instead and kind of just let you live.
Okay.
Um, so I think I think these are really great because by these, whoops, I mean F7 and G6 because they help to build the bottom and they also indirectly help to move out the C12 stones later or try to live with them or whatever.
Yeah, I
Um,
mean, I definitely didn't read that out before I played them, but I was happy that they were there.
uh-huh. That's
Um,
that shows that's good instincts, right? Where you're not really sure about it, but if it feels it feels good, so later on you just kind of get like you get more and more lucky if you have good sense of shape because your stones just happen to be in the right place later on, that sort of thing.
right, right.
I don't know. Um,
Yeah, the stronger you are, the luckier you get, I think.
right.
But I mean, I was mainly thinking about the bottom because I was thinking that was the only way to play from here was try to make something there.
Yeah,
Um,
I think probably if I'm playing an even game right now as white, then I'm feeling pretty desperate. So I would have been thinking, how can I try to live with these two stones or do
right.
something? Because I think if it's just a really peaceful game, like like da da da,
Yeah, I mean, you have to lose for sure.
yeah, it's black has too much on the left and on the bottom. Um,
Right.
so I don't know. I mean, I feel like you did great given the situation you were in.
Oh,
So,
thanks.
so from yeah, because I thought it was pretty hopeless, and I was like trying to think of like, oh, what can I do to sort of like ease off and let white back into it so the game can continue. But I didn't really do that, and you got back into it anyway. So, um,
Well, I mean, at the end, I still kind of had the feeling that you were definitely ahead. Um,
yeah,
but
I
I
think so.
felt good at getting something.
So let's see. Oh, so I was
That
gonna,
was that didn't turn out well either.
yeah, I think just extend here.
Right.
Um, maybe I'm not sure. Maybe Hane.
Yeah, I
I'm
was
not
reading
sure.
that. Does that? I don't
I don't
know.
know if it really helps or hurts that much. Hmm. I'm not sure, but I think
I mean, you can't cut there, can you?
in this one here,
Right.
I don't know. Well,
I
so
think
it could be
I
the
think that
same.
works.
So white does this, then
Oh yeah, I
black
guess that is the same result.
black has to do this, right? That's the only way to save the two stones,
Right.
the R13. So then push, and it looks not so good for black, right?
Right.
I don't think black can get more than two liberties. Oh, this one? Oh.
Maybe.
Is this working?
Uh,
Okay, maybe this is working. I didn't read this, and in the game, it could be the same because I played the wedge.
yeah.
So you could do this, and then it's
Yeah.
the same.
I was trying to think of see if I could save those stones, but I looked bad, so I didn't
Mm,
didn't play this way.
I don't know. But yeah, I don't see. It looks like it's working for black. I thought it worked for
Really?
white in the game, but I was wrong.
All right.
So
Just I'm just wondering.
yeah, so your
So
move was good, but
just
still,
put
the important thing I think is just extend so that your shape is strong. You don't have the weak points like in the game. Um,
yeah. I mean, as soon as I got to about this point, I was thinking I knew it was a bad move.
yeah,
And even if you don't get any of these cuts and cut, I mean, you still have like terrible, like, the first line moves that are going to like be terrible.
yeah. Yeah. So then, I think I would have played here.
Okay.
It feels like that's the really important shape for the left, because like after I don't know, I feel like after black pushes out, then your shape with these stones kind of got ruined.
Yeah.
Um,
I was kind of just planning on just like like kind of leave them like light and then
hmm
see what happens. Put more emphasis on the right on attacking that group than worrying about. But yeah, I mean, you're probably
Yeah.
right.
No, but I think well, you could be right too. I don't know. This is where it's too fuzzy for me to like know the right answer. So
Well, I mean, I guess the other way it's just a different game. Then you push up, and I don't know what's going on. I mean, like if black has to run up instead of
yeah,
you know,
I don't know. Keep going.
yeah, I don't know. I felt like I had you more contained on the other side. So,
hmm
but oh well,
Yeah,
different
yeah,
game.
yeah. Different game. So I don't know. Um,
So yeah, I'm just
so
trying to get something over there.
yeah, I mean, I think this is pretty good. Um, I mean, I didn't really see a good way. I couldn't really connect my groups together. So actually, so L12, I think it's fine because I couldn't do it. If I can't connect my groups, you get a pretty big kill. Um, let's see. And then I try to go crazy here. Oh, here, I realized after I played G12 that I really should have pushed. Because I think if
Okay.
if you just push here, then black needs another move to connect,
Right.
and then you can play here, and you actually make a lot of points here. Like all those exchanges are just losing points.
Right.
That's actually sort of how it ended up anyway.
Yeah. Um,
Oops.
yeah. Things are kind of there was all this like real loose play here, like all that. I mean, I kind of didn't really. care about a lot of these stones over here, like that, like the ones you're Ataring right now, and
Yeah.
uh, it's kind of an interesting situation actually.
I mean, I think you got a pretty good result. You got like, I mean, you still have this cut, which you got later, which is pretty big to capture the 3 stones down there,
Right.
and then you got about 5 stones here. That's like if you get this kind of result in a game where you didn't have to live in Gote with this and connect here, and then where you hadn't played this mistake, I think you're going to be winning after this for sure.
Okay.
Um,
Well,
it was like I was if I was ahead by like 30 points before this sequence, then I'm probably only ahead by like 5 or 10. So you get, you know,
pretty good.
yeah.
Cool.
Let's see what you can consider all of White's problems in the bottom area would be fixed if White had G8. Oh, I see.
What is that?
So Aaron said in the Twitch chat that if we look at the stuff later on where um, like this one where you have to connect here,
Mm-hmm.
and then later on when the game ended, um, if instead, oops, I can't do the hotkeys. How do I do it? Shift key is broken. Oh, because I don't have the right tool on. Um, I think he was saying that if White had played G8 instead, then you wouldn't have had all those problems
Oh,
in the
gotcha.
bottom center, because you would have been connected out more.
Right.
Okay, so is there any other? I was like, I didn't see the throw in here at first, so I was
Wait, see the what?
the throw in if you link.
Uh-huh.
I didn't notice that at first. I just kind of played the Atari naturally, and
Mm-hmm.
then I realized afterward that I could actually capture it all. Like at first, I just thought it'd be something like this.
Right.
Um,
Oh yeah, I
but
actually
yeah, I
didn't
don't
see
know.
the throw in either. I d- uh, I just stopped caring about those stones.
Yeah, that's good. It's good because
They weren't doing anything.
yeah, yeah, exactly, exactly. If you link to save them, it's like 4 points maximum, right? So,
Right. And I mean that group was basically connected, so I didn't care.
mhm. um, let's see. Oh, whoops. Yeah, and then I like that, I play a big endgame move at N18, but if you just answer, if you just keep answer, 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 you're not going to win. So I really like that you play elsewhere.
Yeah. Oh, cool. Well, also, I mean, I didn't, later on, I mean, that Aji was like, that's where the Aji in the middle there for that K7 group,
Hmm.
that cut seemed really big to make things a little bit easier, like later on.
Yeah,
Like it was a big deal. I mean, those stones were huge.
yeah, because if I play this, hmm,
I mean, I saw that if you connect there, it was like kind of a big deal.
yeah,
And it's worth like what, like 1, 2, 3, 4, like I don't know, almost
it's a lot
is
of
that 10
points.
points?
It's I think more than 10, because in the
Right, because now I
actual,
need to right
let's,
that monkey jump didn't seem well relative.
so where's the number tool? It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 plus 4 or plus 6. That's like at least 13 just for
Right.
these. So that's I don't know because I'd have to get out my calculator to do the to do the sums. But I mean N18 is also very big because if I link and you get this one, that's got to be Sente, right? So if you get all that in Sente, that's a pretty big difference.
Right.
Um, so I don't know. But yeah, definitely big points for both players. And then I think until the end, it was all pretty standard stuff. Oh, but this was kind of tricky.
Yeah, I
Probably if you weren't in Byoyomi, you would have more time to read it. But Yeah, this one looking to play
Well,
here and
did I
here.
have? I mean, did I have time to actually do anything?
Let's
I
see.
mean, I was starting to get really worried about the shortage of liberties on that center group. I mean, because if you get to, if I save the bot, well, like when you're pushing through, I guess.
Oh, okay. So after I push through,
Like, I guess maybe A9 should have been a connection there.
what
Like if
about
you
here?
block with those stones. Oh, I'm sorry. No, it's actually after you did. Yeah, if you did that, and then you block. I
So,
don't. I think you might be able to capture those, capture like H9 or something, right?
so
At
H9.
least H9.
Let's see. So I'm reading this throw in, and then here. Oh yeah, black will just go here though,
Right.
regardless.
So like just Atari that outer group and it's
So it
toast.
could be a big ko, but that's
Oh, I see.
picnic ko for black. If it's just Atari, wait, just Atari, and then here, here,
Yeah.
yeah. So you're right.
Yeah, that was looking at. I mean, I guess yeah. A9 should have been. I mean, is that that group on the left
This
hand
one.
side. I mean, it seemed alive to me, but I wasn't sure. So
Ah,
A9 was me trying to play it safe.
so it's got to be alive, right? I mean, if black pushes, you can always just do this, and then you've clearly got two eyes.
Right.
Um,
And I guess I also have something like D13.
yeah, this one, I think, two eyes, right?
I think so.
Yeah. So be confident. You can do it. I don't
Maybe if
know.
my life and death were better.
Yeah. Well, it's tough, and especially in sudden death, Byoyomi.
Oh no, it's just
So,
like I don't like being surprised by.
huh. Okay. Yeah, and so then at this point, it's just tricky. So I guess white should. Oh,
Right.
maybe play here.
I don't
I
think
don't know if that
that
helps.
goes anywhere. I think you could ignore that.
So, so it looks like it's going to be the same thing, where it's either this picnic co or
Or the other stones.
yeah. So is there anything? Uh, du- 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 du.
There's nothing tricky on what about I'm looking at, you know, is there any kind of like weird stuff even in that past variation? Is
Mhm.
there any kind of weirdness about, cutting it like H5 or something and uh I'm looking like if you like and play like N7. Is there anything strange? Maybe not. I guess it's fine.
I think it's so Atari,
Oh, then you
Atari.
can. Okay.
I think I think it'll be fine because white can always kill. Um, no matter what, white's going to be able to kill these stones.
Right.
So I think white should be okay overall.
Okay.
Cool. Um, okay, so I promised Danny Blitz to go over that one spot. I don't want to forget. So that was. Oops, and I did it again. Oops, I did it again. Danny Blitz, are you still here?
Yeah, I haven't thought about that song in a couple of years.
That's a classic. Everyone should
Yeah.
listen to that at least once a week. So this is what Danny Blitz suggested. Okay, I will give control.
I mean, is the idea like sacrifice those two?
I'm not sure, so we'll find out. D- 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 oh ho.
Well, but what happens with the Atari at like '05? Does that go anywhere? Well, I guess you can take 3 stones, right? Does that work? Actually, maybe it doesn't work in this situation.
Hmm. That is intriguing. That is true. I'm gonna yank back control if I can remember how. Let's see.
Does
This is great. I love it when I get to learn. Oh, wow. That.
that work?
Oh, I don't know about Q10. Wow. Cut.
Yeah, that cut looks kind of nasty.
Huh. So cut. Okay, white can do that. Oh, well, probably shouldn't though. So this one.
Yeah.
Oh, but that's
Oh,
Atari.
that is. Oh, yeah.
Oh, so it should be here. Steal the eye. Threaten Q9 or Q8. Snapback.
Pretty good.
So. Yeah, that looks working for black. So, and if white pushes this way, it's kind of trivial, right? Hmm. I don't know. So I think
So I guess is
Q9 looks like an overplay to me. I don't know. Like and this Hane. So what was the variation?
and back to like
Hmm.
attach a Q10, I guess.
Attach, I don't know about, but I would think I don't know, just linking. If white goes down, there's still invasions to look at. But I feel like black got really good shape in the center, and white makes like this territory, but it's at most it's 20 points, right? I don't know if that's going to be enough. Hmm. I don't know.
Right.
But so what was the actual game though?
Yeah,
Uh,
this
I guess it's better than the actual game, maybe. Hey, let me look at this crazy thing again. Da-da-da-da-da. Yeah. Yeah, this is good for white for sure. So I think black has to extend. This attach, I don't know.
so I guess
White
in
should play here.
general the biggest
Yeah?
mistake for white was on the left side.
Yeah, I think um, this is probably. Well, this would be okay if you play. Um, if you follow this sort of pattern to
Right.
sacrifice the one stone but connect underneath, then
Right.
I don't think the game's bad. It's still kind of even. Um,
But with the result in the game, I mean, that was like definitely the biggest deal, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, this is the kind of thing where if I'm black here, I could probably be like a 7 dan or something with this, because I think it's too big on the
Right.
left. Because I mean, not only did black get a lot of points on the left, but also white's wall is not really doing anything anymore in the bottom left. Hmm. So that was unfortunately, yeah, that's kind of the main thing. Um, what else? But I really liked how like you didn't. It felt like you weren't really intimidated. Like it's not like you were playing afraid. Um, I expect most Q players, if I attach it B18, they're gonna do something right away, right? They're gonna
Right.
respond locally, but you're more interested in doing your own thing, um, which is very good to see. Oh, whoops. Let's see.
Did I play that?
Okay. Um. So there's that. Yeah, and I mean it's another really small thing, but just something as simple as this that make a huge difference.
Right.
Because in the game, you know,
Should I have answered T16?
oh,
Because I actually didn't really look at it for very long, and I didn't really think there was much. I figured like, maybe you could like take two stones, but it actually ended up
yeah,
being kind of bigger than just the two stones.
yeah. I don't think you have to. I mean, if you respond like this, then black does only get the 2 stones. So
Right.
that's like 12 points maybe total. So that's pretty big, but at this stage of the game, 12 points is, there's other 12-point moves for
Right.
sure.
I mean, is that?
Um,
I mean, it's kind of like maybe the same value as M17,
yeah, because I think if
maybe.
if you if you respond somehow, well, it should, I guess, be here maybe, and then black gets L17. Your group is probably fine in the upper left.
Yeah, I think I kind of felt like there was like the slight possibility of some weird Aji from like S18 that I could use later. That's kind of
Yeah.
that made me want to take the extension over
I,
defending that.
I mean, at the minimum, L with L17, it looks like black is getting these points. Maybe not
Mhm.
all of them, probably not those ones, but it looks
Okay.
like at least 6 points here probably, compared to the actual game where white gets these. Oops. So it's gotta
Better.
be like at least 12 points. Um, and if you had gotten M17 before here, so if maybe let's just pretend you didn't need an answer on the left side,
Right,
then you can get it in Sente or get this one, and then it's a much better situation.
right.
Because I was kind of treating T17 and L17 as Miai for myself back here.
Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
that's better.
Um, I think that was everything I had.
Okay, great.
Do you have any other questions or anything?
No, I think I asked them all.
Okay,
Thanks again for the game.
sweet. Yeah, it's my pleasure. Let's see, it's 8:10. Um, okay, so I think I'm gonna play one more game, just a auto match game. But yeah, thanks for the game. It's a lot of. It's really fun to play with people instead of just against random people on the internet. So yeah, I enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah, me as well. Yeah,
Great.
thanks again.
Yeah,
And
anytime.
I'll keep up the good work.
Okay. Have a good night.
All right, you do the same.
Oh, overall quality of this call. This is important. Probably the most important decision I made tonight. Very bad, poor, fair, good, excellent. I really can't say based on these descriptions. Let's see. It's definitely not poor or very bad because it was in general it was just good. We didn't really have any problems. I can't remember. So it's got to be either good or excellent. I guess at the beginning I couldn't hear him, but I'm not sure if that's maybe he didn't have his microphone set up or I don't really know if that's a Skype problem. So I'm leaning towards excellent. Minor problems, hardly notice them. Perfect, clear. Perfect, that's a very strong word though. Perfect. To call something perfect, I feel like you've got to be like beyond all shadow of a doubt sure that, there's no possible less uh, detriment or whatever. So this is a very strong word. I don't know if I can go as far as perfect. I'm also not sure that there were really any minor problems. So maybe I guess if this call wasn't perfect, then what would a perfect call sound like? I'm not sure I have the answer to that. Uh, this is too difficult. I can't do it. Sorry, Microsoft. Why do you give me these difficult questions? Okay. Okay, so I'm going to do. I'm going to stop the broadcast and go to the bathroom, and I'm going to come right back. And no one, I didn't hear anyone say they want to play, so I'm just going to play a KGS game, um, auto match. So I'll be back in like 3 minutes. So don't go anywhere.